So hello there. Today we are in Anza Borrego Desert State Park and we are driving up Mine Wash. This wash is well known for the Kumay ancient village site. So come along with us for the ride. It's going to be a great adventure. Here we go. Established in 1957, Anza Borrego Desert State Park encompasses over 600,000 acres in southeastern California's Colorado Desert. Designated as a United Nations Biosphere Reserve and International Dark Sky Park, it is the largest state park outside of Alaska, protecting prehistoric, historic, and natural resources, including hundreds of Native American sites, fragile desert ecology, and the park's namesake, the peninsular bighorn sheep. On this episode, we are venturing into a canyon well known for both archaeological resources and natural beauty. It wasn't long before we had our first encounter of the day. Definitely. She's good. She's good? All right. So one of the beauties of Anza Borrego Desert State Park, there are plenty of Jeep roads and places to ride, but there are also places that are off limits from that kind of intrusion. Part of the reason is that this park was established to help protect the peninsular bighorn sheep population. So you can come out to the desert hundreds of times and never see a coyote or a bobcat or a mountain lion, but there's one way to know for sure that they are here. You can tell that these are carnivorous because they're full of animal hairs, but they are out here and they're hiding. And then suddenly the coyote or bobcat or mountain lion pounces and takes their prize back to the bush. So I was just strolling around here and I came across this really interesting looking skull. What do you think? Could it be a rabbit? A badger? Let me know in the comments below. So some people are scared of coyotes, mountain lions, or snakes. You know what I'm scared of when I come out in the desert? These guys right here. You think they look like harmless, furry little plant critters? Well, think again. As furry and cute as they look, do not touch. I've already been attacked by one. Check this out. He's already tried to eat my shoe. It has a hooked barb. Actually, it has thousands of hooked barbs. What a fascinating plant. You can really see the similarity in skeletal structure between plant life and animal life. The native peoples who lived here had a very light footprint on the land, and so it's not always obvious that they were here, but if you look closely, let me show you something else. Look on this rock over here, you notice that it's been worn down in a couple of places, and it looks like this might have either been used as some kind of a grinding stone, and up here you'll notice it as well. It's been worn down, probably as some kind of a grinding stone, but that is a particularly obvious spot right there. Look here, you'll notice that this rock has been quarried. This is good, hard quartz that would have been used for cutting and other tools. And you can see how different this little section right here is compared to the remainder of these boulders. It's clearly been chipped at. If you look just close enough, you'll see signs of ancient habitation. So folks, it seems like we have our first incident of the day. What's going on here? Oh my Lord! What has happened here?
I have no idea.
As I was talking about, the most dangerous thing in the desert, the jumping cholla. Time to extract the cholla. We're gonna go ahead and cut.
Ow.
I wonder if it's easier to cut it off or just yank. If I yank it, it's gonna pool. Sorry. It's almost off. Got one more.
Ow.
More. Okay. All right, we got the cholla out of the wife's leg. Good thing she had her Swiss Army knife because I did not have my pliers on me, which would have been a little bit easier to use. But we were able to cut the cholla off and then use the scissors to pull the spines out. So the Kumay were the first people to cross from the Colorado River into the Anza Borrego region here. I want to show you some evidence of their habitation in this area. If you see here, you have a number of mortero holes that would have been used to grind acorns, pine nuts, mesquite beans. So for over 3,000 years, the Kumay lived in the desert here in Anza Borrego. And in 1769, you had the first Spanish missionaries. At that point, everything changed. Removing the people from the land disrupted their traditions, their hunting, their gathering, their song, and much of the history of the Kumay was therefore lost. There were two really interesting rites of passage. The males would be given gypsum weed, which was a hallucinogenic, and send them off into a vision. And the females would be buried in a hot earth situation. And then once they were emerged, they'd be tattooed on the chin. So some of the scrapings that you see in this village site are not morteros, but rather they're areas where rocks, monos particularly, would have been ground down to make this smooth type of shape. So you can imagine someone rolling or kind of grinding a rock here in order to create some kind of hand tool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back down here where I found it. Hopefully someone else can appreciate it and leave it alone the same way we have. So that about concludes our tour for the day. The sun is set, the crows are cawing, the coyotes a minute ago were howling off in the distance. Thank you for watching this episode of Artistic Off-Road, and hope to see you next time. So if you've watched the channel long enough, you know that one of the things that we like to do when we come out to the desert is art. What are you drawing?
A horned lizard. It's Lunar New Year today.
Happy Lunar New Year!
Year of the Dragon!
It looks like a bearded dragon, but it's a horned lizard. So happy Year of the Dragon. May you breathe fire and your ferocity conquer all impediments.